Hello YouTubes! We're going to show you how to reflow your PS3. This isn't more an instructional video as it really is if I, as a hardware noob per se, was going to do this with buying the Sears heat gun and just taking this apart with no know-how except for the instruction videos on YouTube. This just gives you a general idea how hard it's going to be and if you're going to succeed. We don't know if we're going to succeed. We haven't done this before. My PS3 crapped out on me because I got a 60 gig model. I paid $500 for this 3 years ago, and so this is my only option. I'm jobless. I live in this garage, so it's just the only option. So this will give you an idea how possible it is for you at home to do this. If you don't have $150 to give it a Sony. Plus I'm screwed already because I took this thing off. Alright, so first I'm going to assume that you've already watched an instructional video on YouTube how to do this, because some people are more professional than me, so they already did this correctly. But like I said, this video is for you to figure out if you can do this. The screw on the shit. Don't worry, we won't. Let's have blooper runs. Okay, first. The screw looks like that, which is a Torx screw, a slotted Torx screw. So if you think you have a Torx screw, like you think you have one of these, you do not. That's not a slotted Torx screw. It has to have a little hole in the middle to take it off. We cheated because we used a bunch of different other Torx screws and got it wrong, but we managed to get it just by sticking a little flathead screwdriver in the end, and we managed to get it to turn, so we got this off. Another big thing to note is the blue screw, which is kind of when you take the hard drive out, that blue screw is a bitch. Every screwdriver you have won't fit that. You will screw it, de-thread it, de-something it. See, I fucked it up bad. I had to grab it with pliers. Oh, we're gonna have to beat this stuff out too, huh? Oh, man. I grabbed it with pliers and turned it to the left. I got it. So I got the hard drive out, which is a nice, cool Seagate hard drive. Best hard drive company in the world. So now we're just gonna take it apart. You won't even notice it's taken apart because I decide as we unscrew this whole thing, you've already watched an instructional video, so we're probably going to let you listen to some cool Mario theme song as we run through this in like high speed or something, which would probably start now. power supply off. We got the Blu-ray off. We got right here, there were a bunch of ribbon cables. Just make sure you take them out. The Wi-Fi Bluetooth chip. The little power on switch was right here. This one doesn't look like it had a tab, so I just pulled it out, left the ribbon on that, and put it over here. So now we're bare bones. So now we're just going to take apart this. I have realized the mistake that I made. This is a bitch to do. So it'd be really cool if you guys, some artists out there, got like a big construction board and like drew the PS3 and when you're taking apart and say long screw, short screw, tiny screw, because I have no fucking idea. I don't even remember which screw was a long screw. So putting this together is gonna suck. So yeah, so boom. Alright, so we got, as you can see, we got all the plastic off. Alright, big note when you're taking the plastic part off, pay attention to the instructional videos, because usually most of them show it just comes right off, and if you flip it upside down, it does. If you don't flip it upside down and you try to take the whole plastic part off without undoing the tabs, you're going to do something bad, like we did. But it's alright. It still works. This is why we're doing this video. We just got the fan off. An important thing to note, because I had to run across my house looking for it. You've been using pretty much one of these smaller Phillips heads. The fan ones need the regular, good old Phillips screwdriver to take those screws out. So right here you can see is the main reason why your PS3 and my PS3 got the yellow light of death. This should be covered in white thermal gel, plus you got dust all around it. You have the thermal gel crumbling like right off. Yeah, this is the problem right here. So finally got to the part though. Oh, is that burning on this? No? Alright, we are ready to go. Probably should I stop it? Okay. Alright, another side note is that my heat gun that I got for $22 at Home Depot, which looks exactly like this, only has settings for 750 degrees and 1000 degrees. On most tutorials, you'll probably see set between like 350 and 500. I used 750 because that's all I had. I basically just did 1 minute on warming up the board and a minute on each of the components. Actually, a little less on the RSX because I'm sure that's not the problem, given the amount of like thermal paste that was left on it. I would say that the cell is probably the one that was not all the way there. So I wiped off all the thermal paste. It was pretty easy to just clean off because it was like crumbly. And now I'm gonna reapply some. And the thermal paste I just got was Dynex thermal paste. Got it for like $11 at Best Buy.